So let's see. Now what do we have? We are most probably going to start our exercise now. So yeah, this is the exercise. See, in first part we have to evaluate the answers. So you guys see, in first what do we have? We have this sin 60 into cos 30 plus cos 30 into sin 60. We have to find its value. Now you guys remember, firstly we have to find out what? Sin 60. Sin 60 is what? It is root 3 by 2. I will be recommending you guys to go back to the point where I had told you you had to learn that value chart. If you haven't, you have to learn that. So go back to the video and watch it there. Learn it from there and then come back here, or you can just open up your NCRTs, learn it from there. So sin 60 is what? It is root 3 by 2. Cos 30 is what? It is root 3 by 2 as well. Sin 30 is what? It is 1 by 2. Then cos 60 is what? It is 1 by 2 as well. According to question, I have what? Sin 60 into cos 30 plus sin 30 into cos 60. So let's see what do we have. If we just multiply this, root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2 plus 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, we have what? 3 by 4 plus 1 by 4. So if I just add this, it will be what? 4 by 4, which will be what? A 1. So in short, if there is any angle which is like this, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, it will give you the answer, which is what? Sin A plus B. It will be what? It will be this. You guys see, I could have just taken sin A being 60, B being 30. So sin 60 plus 30 is what? It is sin 90. Sin 90 is what? It is 1. And ultimately you got the answer, which is 1. So this is one of the another identities that we are going to use hopefully in this chapter also. So this is the identity, another one, where sin A plus B is what? It is sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. And if there is minus here, then there should be minus here. So if I just erase this, the proof that I got from my first point, it is this: if there is an equation which is like this, sin A plus cos B plus cos A sin B, it will give me the answer which is same as sin A plus B. A being your angle 1 and B being your angle 2, right? So this is the proof that it gave me. Now let's see what do we have next. And before we go on to the next sum, remember this: if there is negative sign here, then there should be negative sign here as well. Homework is yours. Just subtract them, then find out the value what you will be getting. So just prove that. So let's see, in our second question I have what? I have this 2 tan square 45 plus cos square 30 minus sin square 60. Firstly, in sums like these, always do what? Always just, if the value is in squares, just put the square in whole square. So let's say if this is the open square, it will be like this: tan 45 whole square of this cos 30 whole square of this minus sin 60 whole square of this. Firstly, convert the given squares into whole squares. So this should be the case. That means I will be having what? 2 into tan 45, it is what? A 1 square of this. Cos 30 is what? It is root 3 by 2 square of this. Sin 60 is what? It is root 3 by 2 square of this. Right? These two are in addition and subtraction. They will be cancelling out. So my answer will be what? It will be just 2. So this will give me what? It will give me a 2. I hope you have understood the case and you don't have any doubt in this. See, we had to just put the values, and we put the values. I got my answer, which was what? It was a 2. So I hope you don't have any doubt in this. So let's see what do we have next. It is my next question, which is what? A cos 45 secant 30 and cosecant 30. Cos 45 divided by secant 30 plus cosecant 30. Now you guys see, you tell me cos 45 is what? Cos 45 is 1 by root 2. You guys tell me secant 30 is what? It should be what? it should be 2 by root 3, right? Because cos 30 is root 3 by 2, then it should be what? 2 by root 3. And this will be what? Cosecant 30 will be what? It will be a 2, right? That will be the case. So if I just solve this, I will be having what? If I take LCM here, and this is 1 by, let's just firstly erase this one, or we can do something else, but let's see what we have here. So 1 by root 2 as it is, and taking an LCM root 3 here, I will be having what? 2 plus 2 root 3. If I just cross multiply this, it will be what? 1 by root 2 into root 3 over 2 plus 2 root 3. So it will be what? It will be this root 3 over root 2 into 2 plus 2 root 3. That will be the value. Now, let me just confirm the answer real quick so that there is no mistake in my answer. Although it seems correct, let me just confirm this one. Just give me a second. Just a second, the site is loading. Yeah, it should be the answer. If you want to drop it here, you can drop it here, or you can just solve this on. So let's see if I want to solve this. Since we cannot leave our irrational numbers as denominator, so we have to rationalize this. So we can solve. So let's see, I had this one. It is cos 45. Cos 45 is what? It is 1 by root 2 divided by secant 30 is what? It is 2 by root 3, and cosecant is what? It is 2. So if I take LCM, it will be what? Root 3, 2 plus 2 root 3. If I reciprocal this, I will be having what? Root 3 by root 2 into 2 plus 2 root 3. So if I just multiply this, it will be what? Root 3 over 2 root 2 plus 2 root 6. So if I take 2 common, I will be having what? Root 3 over 2 into root 2 plus root 6. Now I have to rationalize this. Rationalizing is totally on you. Now let's see what we have to do. If I just solve this one, so taking 2 common, I have this. Now rationalize this. Give me a second. So if I rationalize everything, I will be having what? Let's see. Root 3 over 2 into root 2 plus root 6 into root 2 minus root 6 over root 2 minus root 6. So it will be what? 3 into 2, root 6 minus root 18 over a square minus b square. That means 2 minus 6. It will be what? 2 into minus 4. It will be what? A minus 8, right? And here it should be what? It should be, if I take root 6 common, I will be having what? I will be having this 1 minus root 3. That will be the case. Or you can just do what? You can just solve this if you want to, then you will be having still the same answer. But for now, this will be the answer. You can just solve it later on, or you can just drop it here. That will most probably be your answer. Now let's see what do we have next. So let's see, this was the sum from NCERT, right? What do I have? I have this example 9 in which we have to do what? We have to evaluate this value. Question is what? It is this tan 65 over cot 25. I have to find out its value. See, the trick is simple. You guys see the sum of its angles are what? Sum of its base angles are what? It is 90, and tan and cot are opposite to each other. They will be cancelling out and you will be getting 1. That is the answer in this question. But that is not the case because this question can be asked in around 2 marks. So we have to do with full steps. You guys see, I have what? Tan 65. How would I have got a tan with the base angle 65? I would have got it like this. Tan 90 minus what? A 25, right? That is how I would have got my 65 degrees. That would have been what? A 90 minus 25. You guys see, tan 90 minus theta is what? Tan 90 minus theta is what? It is cot theta. So tan 90 minus 25 will be what? It will be cot 25. And I have to divide it with what? Cot 25. That will give you what? A 1. See, the choice is yours in these kind of questions when you have their base angles which give you a sum of 90 and the trigonometric ratios are opposite to each other, the trigonometric functions are opposite to each other, then you have to do what? You have to pick any of the two values that are given to you. Either you can pick your tan value or you can pick your cot. So I chose to pick my tan 65. You could have taken cot 45, cot 25 also. Let's see how. Cot 25, if I had taken cot 25, then I would have what? Let's see. Process is same. You can take either numerator or denominator. Now guys, see how would you have got this cot 25? You would have got like this, cot 90 minus 65, right? Complement of 25 is what? It is 65. So 90 minus 65 would have given you a 25. That means cot 90 minus theta is what? It is tan theta. So cot 90 minus 65 will be what? It will be tan 65, right? So if this is the case, then you have what? You have this. If you had taken the cot 25 case, then you would have done it like this, cos 65 divided by, sorry, tan 65 divided by tan 65, you would have got a 1. So that is how you are going to do it. And there is one more way to do this sum. Let me just erase this one. Let's consider a right angled triangle. Okay, let's name this one A, B, C. I know its one angle is 90 since this is right angled triangle. One angle is 65 and another one is 25. So if I take this angle and use the tan function, tan 65 will be what? It will be perpendicular upon base. That means BC over AB. And cot 25, if I take this angle, then it will be what? BC over AB as well, based upon perpendicular. Both will cancel out and you will be having what? You will be having a 1. So that's the case. You can either do it like this, you can do it like that, or you can just assume their angles to be 1. Actually they will be giving a 90, and if the functions alternate to each other, then the value will be what? If they are in division, they will give you a 1. If they are in subtraction, they will give you a 1 as well, sorry, a 0 as well. Now let's see what do we have in the next case. It is this one. Example tan it is that sine 3a is equal to what? Cos a minus 26. Now guys, see how would you you have to find out the value of a, where 3a is an acute angle. That means 3a is less than 90 degrees. I have to find this one. Now guys, see how would you have got this sine 3a, or you can say how would you have got this cos a minus 26. Choice is yours. You can take this one or you can take that one. I'm going to take this one. How would I have got sine 3a? You guys will be telling me this. Sine 90 minus 3a. Right, that is how I would have got this. Or you can say, if I just erase this one, let me just do it like this. I know if this is like this, cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sine theta, right? So whatever the angle is here, that will be case as the angle there. If there is cos, then there will be sine. So how would I have got sine 3a? I would have got it like this. If I just erase this one, I just confused you. It will be like this. Cos 90 minus 3a would have given me a sine 3a, which is equal to what? Cos a minus 26. Cos and cos are same. That means angles have to be same. So on comparison, I have got 90 minus 3a, which is same as a minus 26. Right? See, I have to pick any of these two values, either your LHS or RHS. I knew sine, I picked up sine 3a. How would I have got the sine 3? I would have got it like this. If I subtract 90 minus 3a and there should be a cos, that is how I would have got sine 90 minus 3a, right? Because sine 90 cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sine theta. Theta is 3a, so it should be what? Sine 3a. So this is the step once. This is the process one step before. So that means they both are equal. Then I will be having what? 90 plus 26 equals to 4a. A is what? It is 106 by 4. That means it will be what? 4 2s are 8. 4 9s are 36. So A will be what? It will be 29 degrees. A is an acute angle, which is what? A 39 degrees. sorry, not 20, actually 29. So it will be 29 degrees. I hope you have understood the case and you don't have any doubt in this, right? See, I had to go one step earlier than this one. I knew sine A would have been when I had cos 90 minus 3a. Only then I could say I had sine 3a. So one step before this one will be this one. And if I compare both values, I will be having this. Or you can do it like this. If I just erase this one, let me just erase this. I can pick this one. See, sine 3a was equal to what? Cos a minus 26. How would I have got cos a minus 26 when I had this? Sine 90 minus a plus 26, which is equal to what? Sine 3a. So if you solve this, you will be having what? You can just solve this later on. Your 3a will be equal to what? It will be 90 minus a minus 26. If you just solve this, you will be having what? 4a, and that will be positive. Since this is the angle which is negative, that should be negative as well. It is like this. And on that side, it should be positive and this should be positive. So 4a will be what? It will be 116 and a will be what? It will be 29 degrees. So you can take either of the two values, although this taking this one is easier rather than this one because you might end up getting confused. So you can take that one. I hope you have understood the case and you don't have any doubt in this. Now let's see what do we have next. It is this one. Express cos 85, sorry, cot 85 and cos 75 in terms of trigonometric ratios of angles between 0 to 45. I have to take them between 0 to 45. Now guys, see, I have to express them in such a way that their angles which are already given to us in more than 45, I have to count them between 0 to 45 degrees. So cot 85 degrees and cos 75 degrees. How would I have got cos 80, cot 85? I would have got it like this, tan 90 minus 5 degrees. That will be cot 85, right? Obviously, see, I have this question in which I had what? Express cot 85 and cos 75 in terms of trigonometric ratios of angle between what? 0 and 45 degrees, right? Now guys, see, I have to express this cot 85 degrees and cos 75 degrees with angles which are between these two limits. Now guys, see, how would you have got this cot 85? You would have got it like this, cot 90 minus 5 degrees. And how would you have got this cos 75? You would have got it like this, cos 90 minus 15 degrees, right? If this was the case, cos 90 cot 90 minus theta is what? It is tan theta. Tan theta, theta is what? 5 degrees. And cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sin theta. Theta is what? It is 15. Answer will be what? Tan 5 degrees and sin 15 degrees. That will be the case and that will be the answer. See, we had two functions. We had these two functions. We had to express them in angles which were between 0 to 45 degrees. So the trigonometric ratios that will be having angles between 0 to 45 and will be giving me the same answer as solution of these two. They will be what? They will be these two, tan 5 and sin 15. So I hope you have understood the case and you don't have any doubt in this question, right? Now let's see what do we have. So this is your exercise 8.3. We are going to solve it now. So this is the exercise based on your chapter NCERT 8.3. So let's see what do we have in our first sum. This is the one. It is that sine 18 degrees divided by cos 72 degrees. I have to find out its value. Now guys, see, sine and cos are opposite to each other. They just change into one another. And sum of their angles is what? It is 90. So they should be giving you what? They should be giving you an answer which is 1. But we have to solve this one. So let me just erase this. And let's see, I have what? Sine 18 degrees divided by cos 72 degrees. How would I have got sine 18? I would have got it like this. Sine 90 minus 72. Only then I would have got 18 divided by cos 72, right? So sine 90 minus theta is what? It is cos theta. Cos theta is what? It is 72 divided by cos 72. So my answer is what? It is 1, right? I just found out how would I get a sine 18. I will be getting a sine 18 when I subtract sine angle 90 minus 72. So when I complement the 18, I have 72 degrees. So complement of 72 is what it is, 18. So 90 minus 72 would have given me an 18, and sine 90 minus theta is what it is, cos theta. Theta here was 72. So it should be what it can be written like this. So it is what it is, cos 72 divided by cos 72. And you have what? You have a 1, right? Now let's see what do we have in your next sum. So if I just move on with my second one, this is my first and my second. My second is what? It is tan 26 degrees divided by cot 64 degrees. The choice is yours. You can take the denominator or you can take the numerator. You guys know tan and cot are opposite to each other, and sum of their angles is what? It is 90. So that should give you a 1. So we cannot do it like this, but we can do it like the one we have done earlier. How would I have got a tan 26? I would have got a tan 26 when I had this tan 90 minus 64. That would give me a tan 26 divided by cot 64. So tan 90 minus theta is what? It is cot theta. Theta here is what? It is 64. So answer of this will be what? It will be cot 64 divided by cot 64. Answer will be what? 1. Right? So that is the case in our second one. Now guys, see in third, you have what? You have this cos 48 degrees minus sine 42 degrees. What will be the answer of this? Now guys, see cos and sine are opposite to each other, and sum of their angles is what? It is 90. Their difference will be what then? Their difference will be 0. Why? Because I can write it like this, sine 42 minus sine 42, that will be 0. Now let's see how can we do it in a proper way. So if I just erase this one, choice is yours. Either you can pick this or you can pick that. I'm going to pick this one. How would I have got this cos 48? Now let's see, I would have got it like this. Cos 90 minus 42 degrees would have given me a cos 48 minus sine 42 degrees. Now guys, see cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sine theta. Theta here is what? Sine 42. So sine 42 degrees minus sine 42 degrees. Answer is what? It is 1. Sorry, it is 0. They will be cancelling out and your answer will be what? It will be 0. Right? Because we were subtracting them, answer should be 0. If we were dividing them, then answer would have been 1. If we were multiplying them, the answer would have been the square of the value. So this is how you are going to do sums based on this concept. I hope you don't have any doubt in this, right? If you do have any doubt, I recommend you guys to go back to the video and watch the concept where I've told you that 90 minus theta is y, the different angle. Although you have proved this one earlier in this video also. So that is the result. Now let's see what do we have in our part 4. So if I just erase everything, since we have little space here. So fourth part, I have what? Cosecant 31 degrees minus secant 59 degrees. Now guys, see cosecant and secant are opposite to each other and sum of their angles is what? It is 90, and we are subtracting both values, so your answer should be 0. Now let's see how. Now again the thing is, you can pick this one or this one. I'm going to pick this term. How would have I got this value? I would have got it like this. Cosecant 90 minus 59 degrees, that would have given me this value, and minus secant 59 degrees. So secant 90 minus theta is what? It is secant theta, and secant is what? It is 59 degrees. Secant 59 degrees minus secant 59 degrees, I will be having what? 0. So I get an answer which is what? It is 0 as well. You could have taken the secant value also, there is no worry, you will still be getting the same value, but I chose to have my first value and convert it into my second one. So I hope you don't have any doubt in this question now. Now let's see what do we have next one. So in our second question, I have this. Show that tan 48, tan 23, tan 42 and tan 67. The answer is what? It is 1. I have to show this one. Now guys, see if I just pick my first question, I have what? Tan 48, tan 23, tan 42 and tan 67. which should be what? It should be 1. Now in this question, you guys, can you see anything? Can you see any relation in between those? Although I think you guys have seen this too. See, this is 48 and this is 42. Sum of these two angles will be what? That will be 90. Sum of these two angles will be what? That should also be 90. But the thing is, both of them are same. So I have to do what? I have to make them alternate. I can see tan and cot are opposite to each other. They can interchange into each other, and they are inverse of one another. So tan is equal to what? 1 over cot. If I multiply tan with 1 over cot, or you can say if I multiply tan with 1 over 10, if I just transform this cot, I can write it like this: 1 over 10, right? They will be cancelling out. I think you don't get this point, but let's see what do we have. I'm giving you a freedom. You can pick any of the 4 terms here, since the term is exactly 1, but I want you to choose any of these 4. I want you to choose 2. So I'm going to choose this one and this one. I'm going to keep these two same. Now guys, see, how would you have got this tan 48? You can say that we would have got it like this: tan 90 minus 42. And if I ask you how would you have got this tan 23, then you would be saying that we have got it like this: tan 90 minus 67 degrees. Keep these two same. You guys see, this is what? Tan 42 degrees and tan 67 degrees. Now guys, see, tan 90 minus theta is what? It is cot theta. Theta is what? It is 42 degrees. Tan 90 minus theta is cot theta. Theta is what? It is 67 degrees. All of them are in multiplication. This is tan 42 and this is what? Tan 67. Now guys, see, obviously we are taking LHS, so don't forget this. Now guys, see, cot 42 can be written like this: 1 over tan 42. Cot 67 can be written like this: 1 over cot 67. 1 over tan 67, right? Multiplied by tan 42 multiplied by tan 67. 1 over tan 67, 67. Cut cancelled out. Tan 42, 1 over tan 42. Cancelled out, you have what? A 1. So your answer is what? It is 1. Now I hope you have got my point why I chose to pick 2 terms and transform them into cot. Since cot and tan are opposite to each other, they just interchange into one another and they are reciprocal of one another as well. So if I somehow had made any of these 4 tans into two cots, I will be having the alternate tans and cots present. They will be They will be cancelling each other out, and you will be getting a 1. So this is how you are going to do sum, which is based on this concept. I hope you don't have any doubt in this, right? Now let's see what do we have next. So if I just erase this one and my second question now, I have this cot 38 degrees, not cot, actually cos 38 degrees, cos 52 degrees, sine 38 degrees and sine 52 degrees. I have to show that their sum will be 0. Now you guys see, cos 38 sine 52. If you add these two and if you add these two, you have what? Cos and sines are opposite and their base angles are what? They are giving you 90. So in short, their difference should be 0. Now let's see how we are going to do. Choice is yours. Either you can pick this term, this full term, or you can pick this full term. If you want to do it alternatively, then you can do what? You can pick this cos 38 and you can pick this sine 38. Just transform them into their respective cos and sines. You will be getting the answer. But better will be what? I'll do the both methods here. So let's just start with the first one, in which I do what? I will be picking up this entire term. So cos 38 cos 52 minus sine 38 and sine 52. Now guys, see, how will I get this sine 38? I can get, cos 38. I can get it like this: cos 90 minus 52 degrees. And how will I get cos 52? I can get it like this: cos 90 minus 38 degrees and minus sine 38 sine 52. Now guys, see, cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sine theta. That will be what? Sine 52. And cos 90 minus theta is what? It is sine theta again. So it should be what? Sine 38 minus sine 38 and sine 52. You guys see, both of them are same terms. They will cancel out and you will be having what? a 0. So either you can do it like this, or you can just convert this one into cos, you will still be getting the same answer. But now see, if I pick the alternate terms, so if I just erase this one, I'm going to pick one cos 38 and I'm going to pick one sin 38. So let's see, how will I get a cos 38? I can get it like this. It will be like this: cos 90 minus 52 into cos 52, and what? Sin 90 minus 52 into sin 52. Cos 90 minus 52 will be what? Sin 52, and there should be a cos 52 attached to it. Sin 90 minus 52 will be what? It will be cos 52 and sin 52 attached to it. Both of them are same terms. You will still be getting what? You will still be getting a 0. So choice is yours. Either you can pick the one entire term, then convert that into the sine or the cos, or you can pick the alternate same terms, that means cos 38 and sin 38 with the same angles actually, then convert them into the opposite trigonometric ratio, then you will still be getting the same answer. Choice is yours. You can do any of these two. See, you can pick either sin 38, sin 52, convert them into cos 38 and cos 52. You can pick this one, convert into that one. You can pick this and this, or you can pick this or that. Choice is yours. You have various ways to do the sum, but your ultimate answer should be 0. And reason being, I've already told you that sum of their angles, if the sum of their angles is 90, then they will be giving you a 0 value. So they will be giving you the respective value. They will be having the equal values. So if that is the case, they are in division, they will be giving you 1. If they are in multiplication, you have to square the values. If they are in subtraction, then you have to get the value which is 0. So this will be the case, right? Now let's see, what do we have? It is this one. If tan 2a is equal to cot a minus 18, you have what? You have this. If tan 2a is what? It is cot a minus 18, where 2a is an acute angle, find the value of a. Now guys, see, tan 2a is what? It is cot a minus 18. Pick this one. How would you have got this tan 2a? You would have got it like this: tan 90 minus 2a. Sorry, you would have got it like this. Let me just erase this one. You would have got it like this: cot 90 minus 2a, because cot changes to tan and 90 minus 2a will be what? It will be 2a, which will be equal to what? It will be equal to cot a minus 18, right? If this is the case, let's draw the triangle. If this angle is 2a, then this will sorry, not 28. If this angle is 2a, then this will be what? It will be 90 minus 2a, because this is 90. So whatever value I get from this, that will be same as the cot function of this. So that's how you got tan 2a. So if I solve this one, 90 minus 2a, that will be what? It will be a minus 18. So that means 3a is what? It is 108. A is what? It is 36. The value of a is what? It is 36 degrees, right? See, how would you have got your tan 2a? The step before that one will be what? It will be cot 90 minus 2a. So that's how you will be getting this value. I hope you have understood the case, right? Now let's see, what do we have next? It is this one. If tan a is equal to cot b, prove that a plus b is 90. Simple. Tan a is what? It is cot 90 minus a. That's how you would have got tan a. So cot 90 minus a is equal to what? Cot b. Then 90 minus a is what? It is b. A plus b is what? It is 90. That is what we had to prove. Simple, right? How would I have got tan a? It would have been like this: cot 90 minus a. Cot 90 minus a, I have what? It is same as cot b. Cot and cot cancels out, or you can say on comparison their angles should be equal. So 90 minus a should be equal to b. So you ultimately have what? A plus b, which is what? A 90. I hope you don't have any doubt in this question, right? It was pretty straightforward, sir. Now let's see, what do we have next. So it is this one. If secant 4a is equal to cosecant a minus 20, secant 4a is equal to cosecant a minus 20. You have to find out 4a, which is pretty straightforward. Before that will be what? Cosecant 90 minus 4a, which will be equal to what? Cosecant a minus 20. So if you solve this, you will be having what? 90 minus 4a equals to a minus 20. So you have what? 5a, which is equal to 110. A is what? 22 degrees. So a is what? It is 22. I hope you don't have any doubt in this question. It was like the one we have done earlier. So this is exactly like this, right? Now, since this is easy, let's move forward with this. So this is the question in which you have to do what? You have to show this. Now let's see what do we have. If a plus b, a, b and c are the interior angles of a triangle ABC, show that sine of b plus c by 2 is equal to cos a. Now guys, see, let us consider a triangle. A, this is angle A, this is angle B, this is angle C. Let's say angle A plus angle B plus angle C, it should be what? 180, right? If this is the case, then angle A plus B will be what? Angle A plus angle B will be what? It will be 180 minus angle C, right? That will be the case. So if I just find out the sum of angle B and angle C, it will be what? 180 minus angle A, right? So if I just substitute here, let me just erase this value now. You guys see sine B plus C by 2. I know B plus C is what? It is 180 minus A. So you can say angle A. So if I replace B plus C to be like this, you guys see what do I have? I have this sine 180 minus A divided by 2. So if I just substitute my denominator, I will be having this sine 90 minus A by 2. Now guys, see sine 90 minus theta is what? It is cos theta. So it should be what? Cos A by 2, which is what? My RHS. In a triangle, if three angles are A, B and C such that sum of their angles is 180, the sum of any two angles will be what? 180 minus the third one. So B plus C will be what? It will be 180 minus angle A. If I just substitute my denominator, that means 2, I will be having 180 by 2, which is 90, and A by 2. So 90 minus theta is what? Sine 90 minus theta is what? It is cos theta. Theta being A by 2. So its answer should be what? Cos A by 2. So I hope you don't have any doubt on this question now, right? Now lastly, let's see what do we have. Actually, our sum ends here. There should be one more sum. So let me just see which sum is that. I think I've skipped that one. So our seventh sum is what? Let me just see. So I have this seventh sum that I have skipped. It is this: express sine 61 plus cos 75 in terms of trigonometric ratios with angles between 0 to 45 degrees. Now guys, see, I have to express this between with the trigonometric ratios angles ranging between 0 to 45. Now guys, see, it is easy. Sine 61 can be written like this: cos 90 minus what? 90 minus 29, right? So sorry, it should be 19. 90 minus 19. So it should be what? Cos 19. And cos 75 can be written like this: sine 90 minus cos 90 minus 15. Right? Cos 90 minus 15 will be what? It will be sine 15. So your answer is what? Cos 19 plus sine 15. I hope you have understood the case, right? So it was pretty straightforward sum, and with this I hope your exercise ends here. Yeah, this was the last sum of your exercise that was skipped by me. This is the last sum. I hope you have understood the case and you don't have any doubt in this. So we have covered exercise 8.1, 8.2, 8.3. Now we are going to shift towards our most important exercise of this entire chapter, that constitutes of the maximum marks. Majority of questions are asked from that exercise. If those questions carry 4 marks or 6 marks, that they should be asked from that exercise. So I will be recommending you guys to pause the video here, just take a break from this, revise everything that you have learned up till now, because we are going to use each and everything from our previous 3 exercises in the next one, and I want you guys to be in your best state of mind. You are not puzzled with this, so just take a break, come back with a fresh mind and start with the video which we are going to follow up now. We are going to start with our exercise 8.4. So let's see what do we have next. So let's see, before we jump to the exercise 8.4, before that I want to remind you what we have learned. We had learned the basic value chart. Basically, we firstly understood what trigonometric ratios were, right? So we understood trigonometric ratios, their opposites, their values, identities, and we understood their complements as well, right? Now we are going to use each and everything that we have learned, and we are going to continue with this exercise 8.4. Remember this, we are heavily going to depend on these identities. So you guys remember those identities, right? Those were, first one was sine square theta plus cos square theta was what? It was 1. Second was your secant square theta was equal to 1 plus tan square theta, or you can say secant square theta minus tan square theta. It was what? Was 1. Then you had your third identity, which was what? Cosecant square theta. It was what? 1 plus cot square theta, or you can say what? Cosecant square theta minus cot square theta. It was what? 1. Or you can go the other way. Secant square theta minus 1 was tan square theta, and cosecant square theta minus 1 was your cot square theta. So we are going to depend on these 3 identities heavily in this, and we are also going to need these also. Our sine theta is what? It is equal to cos 90 minus theta, and the other way also. Tan theta is what? It is cot 90 minus theta, or the other way. And you have what? Your secant theta, it is what? Cosecant 90 minus theta, or the other way. And we are also going to need this one. Tan theta is what? It is sine over cos theta. Cot theta is what? It is cos over sine theta. And you guys already remember 1 over secant is cos theta, and 1 over cosecant is sine theta, 1 over cot theta is tan theta. So those are already understood by you. These are the 2 things that we have to remember, and these 3 identities majorly. Remember this, we are going to need everything that we have learned up till now, and we are going to use them in this. So starting with the video, and I hope you have understood each and everything. So starting with the video, this is actually we are already started. So starting with the exercise, to be honest. So this is my example 12 before the exercise. I have to express the ratios cos A, tan A and secant A in terms of sin A. That means I have to find out the value of cos A, in which I will only have sin A. I have to find out the value of tan A, in which I only have sin A. And for the case of secant A, I only have to have a sin A. Now guys, see, I remember, if this is the case, I know cos square theta plus sin square theta. It is what? A 1. So cos square theta will be what? It will be 1 minus sin square theta. I have cos square, I need what? Just cos A. So that means cos A will be what? Square root 1 minus sin A. Right? Now guys, see, there should be a positive and negative sign there with this also. Just remember this for now, that in first quadrant, while you are in first quadrant, your cos is always positive. Each and every trigonometric ratio is positive, and cos of any negative value, let's say cos of negative theta, it is always cos theta. You are going to understand this later on in your class 11, but remember this should only give me a positive value. So there should be only 1 minus sin square theta. Okay, now you have got your cos. I have to find out what? I have to find out tan. I know tan is what? It is sine over cos, right? So tan A will be what? Tan A will be sine A over cos A is what? It is square root 1 minus sin square theta, so sin square A. So tan A is what? It is sine A over 1 minus sin square A. and square root over that. So I hope you have understood the case, right? Now I have to find out what? I have to find out secant. So secant A will be what? Let's erase this one. I know cos A was square root 1 minus sine square A. Then secant A will be what? It will be 1 over cos A. And it will be what? 1 over square root 1 minus sine square A. So this is the value for what? It is the value for secant A. So secant A was this, tan A was this, that sine A over square root 1 minus sine square A, and cos A was what? Cos A was square root 1 minus sine square A. I hope you have understood the case. And since the angle cannot be negative, or you can consider that one reason also for this being positive, but sine of any negative theta is always negative sine theta, but cos of any negative theta will always give you a positive cos theta, and cos of positive theta will be also positive. So you don't have to focus on these, you just have to remember these, that this will be positive because the ratio cannot be negative. Now let's see what do we have next. I have to prove this one. I have to prove what? I have to prove that secant A into 1 minus sine A and into secant A plus tan A should be 1. I have to prove all these things, multiplication of all these three things to be 1. So in these kind of questions, you have to take one side at a given time. Since this is 1, we cannot solve this later on. So I will be taking LHS only. In LHS, I have what? Secant A into 1 minus sine A into secant A plus tan A. Remember this, in these questions you have to follow the steps very precisely, because you might end up getting lost in these questions and you won't be getting your answer. So follow the steps very carefully and wisely and just understand what I'm telling you. See, in this question, can I write secant A like this? 1 over cos A. And we cannot do much with this, so I'm going to leave this one, sine 1 minus sine A as it is. But can I write secant A like 1 over cos A? Obviously. Can I write tan A like this? Sine A over cos A. Now you guys see, can I take LCM? It should be like this, 1 minus sine A over cos A. And here, can I take LCM, which is cos A? So it should be what? 1 plus sine A. Now you guys see, cos A into cos A, it will be cos square A. 1 minus sine A, 1 plus sine A, it should be what? 1 minus sine square A. Because A plus B, A minus B, A square minus B square. So 1 square is 1, sine A square is sine square A. So you will be getting what? You guys remember 1 minus sine square A is what? Is cos square A. Remember from this identity. So in place of this one, can I write it like this? Cos square A over cos square A. So ultimately my answer is what? Is 1. See, let me just tell you. Since sine A could not be broken down further into any other trigonometric ratio, so I cannot do much with this. Although I know secant A is what? It is 1 over cos A. It can be written like that. Tan A is what? It is obviously sine A over cos A. I can write it like this. Similarly, I could have written this secant A to be 1 over cos A. So taking LCM, I got what? 1 minus sine A over cos A into 1 plus sine A over cos A. Cos A into cos A, cos square A. 1 minus sine A into 1 plus sine A, it is what? 1 minus sine square A, because A plus B into A minus B is what? It is A square minus B square. So ultimately you got what? What? Cos square by cos square, and you got what? You got an answer which was what? 1, right? Now let's see what do we have next. So next sum, it is this one. In example 14, prove that this value is equal to that value. So we have to prove this one. Now guys, see, you have two choices. Either you can solve these both LHS and RHS one by one, but you have to begin with one given side only at the initial stage. So you have to prove this one to that. So I'm just going to pick this one. I'm going to pick LHS. Now you guys tell me, what can I write in place of cot A? Can I write this? Cos A over sin A. And I have what? Minus cos A. Similarly, in place of cot A here, I can also write it like this, cos A over sin A plus cos A, right? Also, I can see cos A here, cos A here, cos A here, cos A there. So I can take cos A common from my numerator. I will be having what? 1 over sin A, 1. And I can take cos A common here as well. I have what? 1 over sin A. Right, let me just erase this one. 1 over sin A. 1. See, this cancels out. I have what? 1 over sin A, which is what? Cosecant A, minus 1 over cosecant A plus 1, which is equal to what? My R at this. Right? Easy sum. I had to prove this one and we got the right hand side. So this is how you are going to do sums like this. Right? I hope you don't have any trouble in this question because both of these sums are very easy. But in actual exercise, your 8.4, there will be some typical sums out of all those around 12 to 13 sums, I guess. Some will be typical, some will be very easy, some will be moderate. So I remind you guys to understand each and everything as I'm telling you. Make a proper notes of that. Since I cannot pause the video on my end because I have to make this entire video, you have to write everything down. So pause the video at every given question, note everything down, then just match with the question, follow up the steps on your own, then follow with the next questions. You have to do this sum twice, once for writing down on your notebook, then doing that sum on your own, then matching it, then coming to the next sum. Always remember, you're going to do sums like these when you have to prove something. So in proof, you have to firstly note it down, compare with the question, understand that, then try to do it on your own, then again compare with the question. Then if you have the answer correct and you have understood everything, follow up with the next question. So next one now, what do we have? It is this one. We have to prove that this, actually we have the same sum, I guess. Yeah, we have the same one, sorry. This is the question 15. It is this one. Prove that sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 equals over sin theta plus cos theta minus 1 equals to this one. See, we have to prove this, so let's see what do we have. So I have to prove this side same as that one. So what we can do is, we are going to pick this side. We are going to pick LHS. Now you guys see, I have what? I have this sin theta minus cos theta plus 1 over sin theta plus cos theta minus 1. Now you guys see, I have to have a secant theta and I have to have a tan theta. So that means I have to convert these two in these form. So what can we do here? I'm going to divide, since I know tan theta can be divided when I have what? A sine over cos. I do have a sine, I need what? A cos. So I'm going to do what? Divide numerator and denominator with what? With the cos theta. So you will be having what? Sin theta over cos theta minus cos theta over cos theta plus 1 over cos theta, right? 1 over cos theta. Similarly, in denominator, sin theta by cos theta plus cos theta by cos theta minus 1 by cos theta, right? This will cancel out, this will cancel out. You will be having what? You will be having this tan theta minus secant theta plus 1 over tan theta plus secant theta minus 1, right? You will be having this, right? That is the case. Now if I just erase everything here, since I have to use that identity, let me just erase this portion. So you guys see, my identity is what? It is this secant square theta equals to 1 plus tan square theta. So 1 will be what? It will be secant square theta minus tan square theta. So in place of 1, can I write it like this? Obviously again, so I will be writing it like this. Tan theta minus secant theta plus secant square theta minus tan square. And in denominator also, I will be writing it like this. It will be what? We will be, let me just see. Yeah, it will be like this. Tan theta, and there was a minus there, plus secant theta minus secant square theta plus minus this and minus tan square theta as well, right? So that will be the case. Now see what we have to do. Can I take what? I can take this common, right? This is a square minus b square, this is a plus b, so I will be having what? Let's see.